Hey, that's not going to be the case. Going to go with the old reliable. It is the Hydra, bearing all of its heads against the two-headed beast known as Duck Hunt. Zane taking it to the green-haired goddess. Welcome to Grand Finals here at DNA.EXE, Season 9, Week 2. To small battlefield we go for game number 1.
Yeah, and here we go. At least off to a good start for Zane at the very least, because, you know, Winners Finals did not treat him kindly against Hydra's Palutena, but I don't know, maybe he's feeling... Maybe Zane's feeling all fired up after that last Losers Finals, as well they should be, because that hero was pretty good, and I feel like after taking down like that first Winners Finals set going so badly, like that's like enough momentum at least to make you feel better about your play. So going in with that can only be helpful.
Yeah, ironically enough, we were talking about Sephiroth. Someone put on the One Winged Angel theme, so gotta respect it. But
yeah, at least we got part of Sephiroth in spirit.
I like the original better, but I respect this version too. Either way, we're going to see this Duck Hunt. I mean, you know, you're talking about what can take out a goddess. How about a One Winged Angel? But I don't know. This Duck Hunt proven to be pretty fearsome, as well as Hydra has just had the damage piled onto them, even though obviously not to the effect that maybe Zane would like, because Hydra still got all 3 of the stocks.
Zane is making so many big brain plays so far with this can, and has narrowly taken the stock a couple times from Hydra, and Hydra's just hanging on to it. I will feel a lot better for Zane if I see them. Oh my god, the gunman almost killed. I've never seen that. But
yeah. Ever just thrown a dude at a dude?
Yeah, that's what just happened.
Yeah.
All right, so
that is wild.
The wrong bounce on the can. In either case, this is the trouble for Duck Hunt, right? Is having a difficult time really closing stuff out, can tack the damage on, but you know, you get the can eventually, and it'll work at 189. So let's see if that's enough for Zane to get this game won on what is otherwise going to be a very, very long trip into a second set if if they're able to get this far.
Yeah, I do kind of wonder, though, if that's a really encouraging sign for Hydra, because you realize that is not an advantage at all. Having to kill at 2 minutes and 23 seconds into game number 1, that means it's even, and you can win. If you win stage control, you can win a stock. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly how Hydra wound up evening things up here.
Yep. I mean, hey, that's what they say, right? If you could take a stock, you could take a game. You could take a game, you could take a set. And that's,
you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's how these things work. That's why you play the game, right? You're either going to dodge that wrench or you're not.
I've just been doing nothing except dating myself for the past 2.5 hours.
It's because you're on with me, and I'm just I am
fair
dated.
Enough. so if I said you were my boy Blue, you would know exactly.
I would know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my God, we're insufferable.
Yep.
Back hair.
It would have been very
Sensei.
cool in like 2010.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It was like the peak frat boy culture. Just
man.
Absolutely insufferable. But this
man.
is we are truly the worst generation. Either way, Zane is going to utilize those projectiles, doing well to pile on the damage, but again, just having trouble, especially off stage where you're trying to get back on. Palutena has so many tools with which to trap you, because if you roll into that grab, into that back throw, you're just dead, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Dude, these reverse edge guards that we're seeing from Zane with the can, like the can coming backward towards the ledge as Hydra's trying to recover, are incredible. Unfortunately, they don't connect as easily as something like an up air or an air from Palu, but they're putting in work nonetheless, and Zane really have to find themselves something big here, and that down air would have been it, but unfortunately not going to connect. So we'll see. I mean, another hit with this can at 147 should do it, but has a lot more work to do after that. Ooh. And that can getting sent right back. You know, Hydra knows exactly what's coming. and is prepared for it. I mean, the can, wow, that F tilt almost did it, but here comes the reverse can again. Not going to do it, but still very much a threat. And I don't want to call it the fear from Hydra, but keeping themselves safe.
I mean, self-preservation is, I guess, just a longer way of saying fear, depending on who you ask. But either way, this is Hydra just hanging on to,
there it is.
hanging on to this decisive lead, and it's still pretty decisive, all things considered. You are one hit away, one real good hit away from taking this game, despite the deceptive heaviness of Duck Hunt, it seems.
Yeah, and I feel like Zane is now really finding really good confirms between the can and getting a lot of regrabs, stuff like that. But I don't know if it's a little too late, too little too late kind of situation, because Palutena at this percent can kind of clean, can take you out at any point. Duck Hunt, we've seen so much struggle just getting the kill from Zane with this character, and that's really more of a fault of Duck Hunt than it is of Zane. I feel like Zane's putting in all that overtime, figuring out ways to not just put percent on Hydra, but take him out.
I like how not even the composers planned for optimally played Duck Hunt. But oh my gosh, the down air! Not quite going to kill, however, Hydra
tragic.
Well on top of it. And oh man, Zane almost stealing that game number one. That was an awareness check for Hydra. They passed with flying colors.
I feel bad for Zane on that.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, that was at 112. Like, that was a really good play, really good setup. Like, it was several steps ahead, and it just, the character was what made it not happen. Because I guess there's a sweet spot on that dare, but I feel like that should have just killed. But hey, that's how it goes.
It connected regardless, and it just didn't kill. But either way, that's Palu who was able to make it back and exert their privilege. That was 2 stocks that they took off of back throw, and they're going to look to continue the same way that they started out. Game number 2, we are going right back to small battlefield, and yeah, this is Hydra with a 1-0 lead, and the dynamic has changed. All of a sudden, we're seeing this dog really bare its fangs.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the fact that
Ooh,
early lead, that is huge.
Welcome to Grand Final, Zane. How we have missed you.
Yeah, and I appreciate how quickly Zane came into the second game. No counter picks, no changes, running it right back, feeling really, really confident, as well they should. Because after that first game, I feel like the amount of flexes, despite not...
Oh, my.
Yeah, the amount of flexes, despite not getting the game or falling behind how they did, like, were pretty big. Like, he's putting in work with this can.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that can is climbing the ladder and making themselves famous. I don't know what else to even say about that. They are pursuing Hydra to the very ends of the earth, all the way up to the skies, Chris. This is a very aggressive Duck Hunt that we've seen thus far. Perhaps the shift in tact is what they've needed. Catching Hydra, dashing in, is able to shield the blow and catch him with the up smash.
Yeah, I don't know what's gotten into Zane. I think maybe just hitting their stride, but it seems it's like a whole different mindset right now. Because about as aggressive as I think you could see a Duck Hunt play, because obviously Duck Hunt's not really known for the aggressive prowess, but if Zane isn't making it look like it at least a little bit, and does have this big lead going up that first stock like they did, it's going to be critical probably, because here we go. Yeah, now still at a deficit, but I'm sorry, still with a lead, but at least, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's not like Duck Hunt doesn't have buttons, Like, this is just all things considered, your up air and your neutral air are pretty quick, as everything else, but this is Zane showing just how versatile this character can really be. If you really think that I'm sitting back and not pressing buttons because I'm afraid of you, you are sorely mistaken. And just like that, in the top of the 9th, the perfect game gets broken up, Chris.
That's how you do it. And, you know, the fact that Zane went in so quick into that game, I just kind of had a feeling. Sort of had a feeling that that might be the case, that they were just so confident. They just kind of came out, took that stock really early, and just punched Hydra right in the mouth immediately, and then kept the pressure on. You know, the matchup was playing out outside of that how it does, where maybe some trades in Palutena's favor just by nature of the character being a little bit stronger in some ways. But the lead was enough. The lead was enough to carry the win, so I'll be interested to see if that's able to happen again. We do have an extra platform on the field, though, so what kind of difference that makes is something we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, shout-outs to Balloon Fight. Great title on the
We're
NES.
getting a lot of good tracks on these.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about the remix, but I like the fact that this song's in the game because I love Balloon Fight.
Yeah,
I grew up playing it just because I had it. I have literally no connection to the NES.
Yep.
And actually, it's weird because I first played it when it was one of the mini games on the original Animal Crossing on the GameCube.
Oh my god!
So you remember, like you could get NES games
Why
in
did they
that
get
game.
rid of that?
I don't know.
Why did they downgrade so hard?
I don't know, man. Maybe that's how they're gonna like sneak in GameCube games. They're gonna make them downloadables on New Horizons or something.
I mean, they should do something. Make them free too. New Horizons took out so much, but anyways, I don't want to digress into that. But so another early lead for Zane, and there's the up air that very much needed to come out, and this could be it. Zane might just be on that momentum train right now. All full steam ahead.
And now, this is Zane looking to make sure that people know, like, hey, that game 2, was no fluke. I am here to play, and Hydra is going to try to close this thing out and try to make it a relatively early night for us, but this is actually that's not true.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, no, that ship has done sailed.
It has sailed.
Oh, Duke Nougat has fallen to their death, and Zane has gone the exact opposite direction, upwards and out, to take stock number 1. And Hydra still very much in this thing, but yeah, you're utilizing a pretty effective Nair in and of itself if you're Zane. Not a whole lot of coverage, not the biggest hitbox in the world, but still enough to get the job done, to threaten, and it comes out frame 6, so what else can you ask for?
Yeah, that's pretty spicy meatball. So I don't really know what Zane does here aside from, because it's going to take a few more cans before one actually kills, especially with no rage. Letting the gunman take the hits.
Yeah, that's the poor guy.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out what happened to his hat. He's like literally in shock.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a standard working class guy from an old west town, and all of a sudden, just getting hit in the face by some lady with green hair. It's like
he's looking for his hat. He's still got stray fire hitting him. It's like that part in Saving Private Ryan where the guy's arm gets blown off and he's like looking just to go pick it up. He just might have my hat.
I suppressed that one. Wow. That is
yeah, that one's really depressing, that's why.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Really appreciate
Sorry to bring that back into your awareness.
Oh my god. Oh man.
At least it's just a hat in this case, you know?
Yeah,
I didn't mean
one.
to bring that out. It was literally what I thought about. You know what? I didn't even think about Saving Private Ryan as much as I thought about the South Park parody of that part, where Ronald McDonald is finding his arm.
Yeah, fair enough.
In Imagination Land. Anyways, I'm sorry.
You're right.
I've really gone off the rails this time. Zane has a great lead.
Okay, I'll go on my tangent after this game. But Zane is trying to exert the stage control that they had so thoroughly suffered from Hydra over the three-game winners final. Hydra trying to get it 2-1 in their advantage, but they have a sea of difference to make up first.
Yeah, and this is looking pretty good for Zane. Just honestly, if they're able to stay, keep composed, sharken up there, maybe land a down air off stage, That up smash will definitely do it, and we've seen that now a couple times. Coming in clutch in this set, so very, very possible to see it again.
Hydra's spacing is so good, though, especially on the flat ground. Their footsies is just impeccable, making Zane commit the buttons, perhaps showing just how impatient you can be in the face of a Palutena and just baiting them out. And this is your reward. You get these up air strings and perhaps even a kill out of this. You get advantage on stage. Looking for the up smash to finish it off, but not quite going to get it. That's 83 points worth of damage, well earned by Hydra. Zane, however, looking to close this out, and that's almost death on the up air, Chris.
I feel kind of bad for Duck Hunt. That's a couple times I've seen Zane sort of, you know, on the disappointed end of just barely killing, but at the very least comes in clutch right there.
Yeah.
You know, just a few percent later, and that was really well played by Zane.
I mean, impeccably done. Wound up getting that early advantage, and they never let go. And that's a pretty big feat considering Duck Hunt doesn't have opposable thumbs.
Yeah, who would have thought, right?
Honestly,
Goddess's one weakness is actually just a dog with a duck.
Yeah, look, stranger than fiction, I know, but
Can't write this stuff, you know?
Okay, so the thing that I was going to bring up, those of you in Philadelphia might know this, but if you don't, there is a morning show that has existed for quite some time in Philadelphia. It's called the Preston and Steve Show, and they actually did a bit one time where they got the one of the dude's little kids, I think it was Preston's kids, they were like 5 or 4 at the time, to read lines from R-rated movies. And like the contest was they had to like name the movie that they were quoting. So they actually got the kid to to read off the one warden's line at the beginning of the Shawshank Redemption. It was like, you eat when you say we eat, when you say you shit. You got that, you needle.
Oh my lord!
But it's like a kid's voice, and it's amazing. It was one of the greatest bits I've ever heard in my life, and
I appreciate the parents that sell their kids out for that are just like, you know, my kids are seeing worse things on the internet anyways.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it was the host kids, and they know.
Oh, was it host kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, whatever. It's not around your mother, not at school. Like, there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how my dad justified it. Yeah.
That makes sense.
My dad took me to see George Carlin. So like,
wow.
Yeah, like
Let's
when
go
I was
Steve's
real.
dad.
Yeah, when I was real young.
Yo.
Oh my god, what a scoop into the back air. And yeah, that's a taunt well earned if you're Hydra. Sitting at 66% and just knocking this dog around. And this is shades of Winners Final coming out from Hydra, though the continued aggression of Zane evening things up at 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, and this has become so much more fast-paced, which is crazy because the set started off not nearly like this, and I can tell you right now, Winners Finals, totally different set entirely. But like, I feel like we're seeing Zane really turn up the intensity and the speed, and Hydra is now meeting them there, which has been something that I don't think Hydra was really expecting initially, because the first set, again, wasn't really like that. It was very kind of bread and butter Palutena the whole time, and now we're seeing a lot more, I think, from Zane, and the adjustments are being made, but it might be a reset before they're actually made, because, I don't know, I mean, I know Zane's down right now, but I do feel like the emotional favor, if you will, thanks to Nick C for that turn, is sort of in Zane's favor, even despite that.
Yeah, the wings giving out just a little too early for that duck. That's a shame, but this is Hydra trying to tie things up at 2 apiece. They have only dropped 2 games in this entire tournament, and that accounts for the 2 on the scoreboard that you see next to Zane's name, who's looking for a reset. Will they be able to find it here?
Yeah, this
is a rough situation right now for Zane, but again, not the end of the world if you drop this one.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it could just result in a game 5, and that's really not a bad place to be, especially when you are on loser's ends. You know, you could only really win the first set, if not the next one. But I feel like the way Zane's playing feels like they're just getting warmed up to some ends. Oh, God.
Oh, but they're investing Yeah, oh no, I was terrified.
That little stutter.
I felt my heart drop. Like,
okay, I had to look down at my LAN adapter again. Whew, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Zane is going to get caught. Hydra with the explosive flame pointing out exactly where they were going to go. And that is game 5. Well earned by Hydra. And again, you think you're done. You think you've cut the head off. 2 grow right back into place. And one of them, Chris, is spitting explosive flames.
Yeah, I think that one of them walks on all 4s and has a duck on their shoulders. So, yeah, I know, right?
That was another one of the mythical beasts. Which one would that be? Is that like the golden fleece or something? I'm trying to think, but
yeah,
I'm freaking only real G's were around when the Homeric myths were coming out. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. So here we go, game 5. Your guess is as good as mine where we're gonna end up for this. And it looks like we are back to small battlefield, and yeah, this has been pretty good. This has been a pretty good place for Zane. So we'll see if this is what they need for game 5 to be a success and a reset.
Only 100 BC kids remember the 100 BCs, but we're going to the jab blocks. Reading the roll in, Zane moving in synchronicity with Hydra, and a decent little advantage to start out this decisive game 5 on small battlefield. We're either getting a whole reset if Zane wins, or Hydra is going to take us home relatively early tonight.
Yeah, and really, really cool stuff. You already mentioned the kind of synchronistic movement of Zane to Hydra's just reactions. So I just think Zane is maybe just a bit tapped in here to what Hydra wants to do. But Hydra is also, I think, looking to clean this up. So we'll see if Zane is able to, kind of finesse their way past Hydra's defenses. But we're seeing a much more cautious Hydra right now.
Oh. Gets tagged with the skeet in the back of the head. The can, however, turns on its original user, and Zane is being put into disadvantage.
Yeah, and if you're Hydra, you're content to sit back there and launch some explosive flames, and that's what's going to kind of pay the bills, so to speak.
Is this Sonic Heroes?
No, this is the F-Zero remix.
Oh, yeah. God, I never listened to the remixes, but at least for F-Zero, because I just so thoroughly tie the original soundtrack to those games.
Yeah, it's an F-Zero song. I think it's a remix, but there we go. Zane.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about that later. I'm sorry. 2 stocks apiece. This is a close game, man. I don't even know what to say. Zane is keeping up with Hydra, not quitting on a single interaction, making sure that they at least make Hydra think that everything that they're doing, they think is winnable.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of been this whole set has sort of felt like that. I feeling the stress for Zane for sure. Honestly, for Hydra as well. I just feel like this is kind of one of those very tense situations. I mean, you could tell Zane putting everything they got into this. Hydra, I just feel like Hydra is thinking like this could be pretty clean cut, especially when you think about the way Winners Finals went. All you got to do is catch a couple nairs, and up air here and there, back throw at the ledge, and you got the tournament basically wrapped up. But Zane is making that very, very difficult. Yo.
Ooh.
Speaking of making it difficult, that's the play right there.
That's Zane with the decisive advantage going into a last stock situation. However, Hydra, perhaps with a little bit of a fire under their keister, going to try to take this to a last stock situation. They know how close they are to winning this tournament. The back throw is going to take it, and here we are, Game 5. Hydra and Zane, 1 stock apiece.
So
Zane
cool.
is looking to prolong this thing on into the night. Hydra wants to get us out of here, and they're going to start off trying to get a stage advantage, and they're picking up this dog. batting him around with flames and
That was
projectiles
pretty cool.
and everything, Chris.
That looked great. Yeah, that was a really cool little thing that Hydra did there. But we'll see if it's enough to. Oh man, had the wrong smash attack, or at least the wrong way, anyways. And
the
this
warp
is
right to the middle of the stage. Beautiful. Oh, this is tense, dude. I don't know. Zane sitting on the ledge. That is not where you want to be. And Hydra is more than content to rush him down and say, your time has run out. If you really want to play this game, this is one that is going to end in your demise. Zane, at the very precipice of defeat. Hydra trying to get this over with. Gonna throw the feet out into the face of that dog. The Nair! Not quite doing it yet, though. Zane, as resilient as ever, Chris, trying to keep this alive, but it's the back air that does it. Hydra roars loud and takes DNA Season 9, Week 2.
Dude, Hydra popping off in chat, and understandably so. That was a really tight set, really well played, and really good composure there, because I feel like Zane was really, really turning up. That set was honestly pretty amazing. Definitely going to be a good YouTube set to go back if you play either of these characters, or just a fan of Hydra or a fan of Zane. And how could you not be? I mean, that was really good play. That's the best.
That was a great set by both players, and none of them should be ashamed of anything that happened in that set, because first of all, Hydra looked nigh upon invincible for the entire set, and Zane was able to administer the only 2 losses to a duck hunt of all things, showing exactly why this dog is something to be feared. And Hydra, I mean, what else can you say about them? They knew exactly how to play the game. They knew exactly what their win conditions were, the amount of mileage that they got out of back throw and their projectiles, and making Zane try to play a suboptimal duck hunt that wound up working in their favor, but forcing them out of their shell to begin with is not something that's easy to do, and it winds up working out in the end.
Yeah, I'm kind of just sort of in awe of Zane's adjustments the whole time. Like, if you guys go back, if you didn't watch Winners Finals, like, it's literally night and day. Despite the end result, like, I don't know, that was a hell of a. You know, I feel like Zane just really contested everything that they saw from Hydra in Winners Finals, and just like textbook adjustments. You're starting to see all these cool duck hunt tricks coming out. It was just everything you could want, honestly. You know, Game 5s are always good. Resets are fun, but in either case, just good smash. Always fun to see.
You know, you don't really associate Duck Hunt with one of those characters that's really fun to watch, but Zane has a way about that, and definitely has a way of keeping you engaged no matter how long some of the games may go, I will say. So that is victory well earned by Hydra. Tip of the cap to Zane for the second place finish. And third winds up going to Joe, who again showing out in a grand fashion. Trying to make it work with the hero was not meant to be, but some decent nest play on their part to finish out the night and round out our top 3. So that's going to do it from us here on twitch.tv/masterhandgaming. If you enjoyed this tournament, be sure to hit that heart to follow, subscribe if you're so inclined. If you think it's time, drop the prime, whatever you can do to support grassroots Smash in the state of New Jersey on NJ's premier Smash channel. We definitely miss you. We're going to love seeing you when Offline comes back, but we certainly hope that you join us here next Thursday at 7:30 p.m. right back here on our Twitch for some more online fun. Crystalodian is the man who runs the show. Where can they follow you?
I guess that Crystalodian. I'm not super active on Twitter. If you want to do us a favor, follow Master Hand Games Twitter. There's going to be a lot of changes coming up. There is a lot of things still happening, albeit a little slow moving. It's hard to make things really happen with the world being how it is right now, but there's stuff happening. Even those Smash lessons, if you guys are unfamiliar with those, I recommend you check them out. They're actually very affordable, and you get a lot out of it. You get a full recorded class with Rivers. So if you're really trying to grind the game, it's pretty fun. There are going to be more courses. There's actually did already do a content creation course all about all the roles of production, whether it be commentary, all those kinds of things, distribution of VODs, how that stuff works. I have a lot of insight on that kind of thing. So those will be some more workshops going on. Yeah, there's going to be some new content coming out the Master Hand. So if you guys are enjoying some of the more kind of talk stuff you're seeing here, just know that there's probably going to be some more. I hope you guys do like it. It's something I've been thinking about a lot. So with all the changes with DNA and before we get back into offline, I think it's a good opportunity. But Stu, I want to thank you, man, coming in here, putting in the work. I know you were still recovering to some ends.
Definitely. It's been a wild year for multiple reasons, but nevertheless, we're all going through it together, and just super appreciative of the opportunities that are afforded to me. So, yeah, MHG is part of that, and certainly we are nothing without you. So, thank you for watching.
Man.
Really appreciate you. If you, yeah, just we hope to.
You guys in chat, seriously, I mean, I feel like today was more fun because everyone was mostly pretty active. It goes a lot better, I feel like, if you guys are just chilling and enjoying it. And I'm glad to see a little bit less tilt these days. I think embracing the landscape is a good thing. So if you're showing out in chat and still enjoying hanging with us, that is fantastic. And literally couldn't do it without you, right? That's how it goes.
Good times, better games, and the best friends that we could ask for. So thank you so much for tuning in this week and every week. Hope to see you back here next Thursday at 7:30 p.m. for another edition of DNA.EXE. But for Chris Elodian, I'm Mazer Stu, the announcer, saying good night, and until we meet again, happy smashing.